네. 근데 지금 저도 얘기를 했지만 항상 따라붙는 수식어가 이제 천재.
네.
IQ가 180이시라고 제가 들었습니다. 야, 제가 160까지는 중변에 있었거든요.
네.
근데 180은 정말 처음 봤어요. 그리고 주무시기 전에 한 400페이지 되는 그 서류라든지 책 같은 거 읽고,
네.
그리고 그 다음에 이제 다음날 회의 나가서 이렇게 쫙 얘기를 하신다고. 자면서 정리 분석이 된다고 하세요. 꿈에서 하시는 건가요, 그러면?
First of all, 180 is my height in centimeters. It's not my IQ.
유머시죠?
네.
For adults, IQ over 160 is impossible to measure, so I don't know. So to answer your question, the trick is very simple. I read before I go to sleep without sounding the words in my mind. I just scan the pages electronically and imprint them on my visual memory. And when I wake up, I always wake up with a more coherent view of the keywords within those books linked together. But I don't have a photographic memory. I don't actually memorize the entire page. I just memorize the connection between those words. So the trick is first to have 8 hours or more of sleep. I sleep until I naturally wake up, and then go back and use full text search. Whenever I need something from the laptop, I would just search on the full text of all the books I've recently read. So it seems like I have photographic memory, but it's actually the result of outsourcing my memory to this laptop.
그러니까 검색을 통해서 읽으셨던 거를 계속 그거를 끈을 이어가시는 그런 식인데, 자면 나는 잃어버리는데
8, 9시간 동안은 그냥? 거의 숙면을 취하시나 봐요.
네.
그것도 정말
대단한
부럽네요.
능력이네요. 네.
정말
근데
그래봤으면.
사실은 중학교 중퇴시란 말이에요.
중퇴네.
네, 그래서 홈스쿨링을 하셨고, 그리고 정말 어린 나이에 스타트업을 차리셨단 말이에요. 그래서 어린 시절 어떻게 달랐을까, 보통 아이들과는 되게 궁금해요.
Certainly. So I attended 3 kindergartens, 6 primary schools, and 1 year of middle school before I dropped out on the 2nd year. So on average, not really on average, literally each year a different school. And so I guess it gives me a more autonomous learning style, where learning is directed not by the teachers or the classes, but rather by my own curiosity and a sense of purpose. When I was 2nd year in my middle school, I finally had a meeting with the head of our school, our principal, and I said, look, I'm very interested in this idea of swift trust. Why people trust each other so quickly online compared to face-to-face settings. Yet we also distrust each other easily online. And there's nothing in my textbook that explains this. Actually, the researchers who are working on this problem answer my email directly because they trust me very easily online. They don't know I'm just 14 or 15 years old. And after explaining this to the head of the school, she said, okay, from tomorrow on, you don't have to go to my school anymore. I don't have anything to teach you. And since it's mandatory education, I will work the bureaucracy to give you room to do your own research. So from that point on, I think that the public servants, career public servants, are the most innovative people in the world. And that feeling still resides with me today.
훌륭한 분이네, 그 교양 선생님이.
진짜 훌륭하신 교장 선생님.
혹시 뭐 그때 그런 질문 말고 무슨 무리를 일으키거나 그런 건 아니시죠?
Yeah, right. So as I said, the head of school, Principal Du Huiping, actually convinced my parents and grandparents for me, because she obviously sees the value of directing our own learning online, and she also understands whatever reason she initially wanted me to complete high school, a university degree, doctoral, postdoc research. I'm already doing the equivalent of postdoc research with the leading researchers at that moment. So she sees through this bureaucracy, and we form this good enough consensus that she is willing to innovate on my behalf. And I think that's the most crucial thing. It is to innovate out of a shared value.
그러니까 너무 뛰어나니까
그러니까.
이 학교라는 그 틀 안에 가두면 안 된다고 생각을 하셨던데 그런 교장 선생님 진짜
대단하시네.
훌륭하시네.
아니 근데 그 중학생 때 그런 질문을 하러 찾아갔다라는 것 자체가 그때부터 좀 남다르셨던 것 같아요. 그렇죠?
그 장관님 보면은 16세에는 창업을 하셨고 18세에는 미국으로 넘어가셨고 이런 것들은 정말 보통 일반적인 10대로서는 좀 하기 어려운 결정인데 그 당시에 장관님은 그 삶에 대해서 어떤 계획을 가지고 계셨나요?
Always it's my research interest of wanting to understand what makes people trust each other so quickly online and what makes people distrust each other, polarize into hate speech, discrimination, conspiracy theories online. What is the difference in the space design online that makes such a difference? So my research interest naturally took me to various different startups, to different companies. I worked with the Siri team in Apple for 6 years, worked with the Oxford University people on the use of languages in computational linguistics, with a startup called Social Text on social interaction design and so on. And all of this is just to answer this research question that really I'm fascinated with when I was 15 years old.